Thanks for joining us. You're watching ARIRANG News Break, live from Seoul. I'm 한다은. We'll begin with the heat wave that continues to affect most of Korea, with a heat wave advisory or warning in place across the country. Korea is now experiencing the hottest day of the year. Temperatures peaked to 36 degrees Celsius this afternoon in Seoul, while parts of Gyeonggi-do province saw temperatures top out at sweltering 37 degrees Celsius. Much of PyeongChang province is also under scorching heat of 36 degrees Celsius, while Korea's southernmost Jeju Island is seeing 33 degrees. The tropical nights are expected to continue for a while as well. Due to the steamy conditions, the ozone concentration levels has risen in the Midwest and down south. Experts advise people to refrain from outdoor activities and avoid driving if possible. It's less than a day before the official start of the Rio Olympics, and the sporting action has already kicked off. Korea got started like gangbusters, easily putting away Fiji in their opening match and set a record for the most goals by a Korean team in an Olympic match. With more on that and the rest of the action, Yoon-shin reports.
Save the samba dancers, supermodels, and parade of nations for Friday's grand opening ceremony. With 8 group games taking place, Thursday was all about men's football. In an extremely promising start, South Korea put 8 goals past Fiji in their first group match. The highlight of the match came in the second half when the Korean team scored 3 goals back-to-back in just less than 2 minutes. Also in Group C, Mexico, the London Olympics champion, played out a 2-2 draw with Germany earlier in the day. And against South Africa, the host nation Brazil, the 2012 Olympic runner-up, got off to a rather disappointing start with a goalless draw. And South Korea has 2 more group matches coming up. Their next game will be against Germany on Sunday local time, followed by a match with Mexico and the concluding group match next Wednesday. The group stage is set to last a week, with the top 2 teams from each group advancing to the quarterfinals, which begin on August 13. With the opening ceremony less than just 17 hours away, some 10,500 athletes from more than 200 nations are set to compete at this year's Olympics, which are being held in Latin America for the very first time. Yoon-shin, ARIRANG News.
The lineup of sports will be completely different in PyeongChang in 2018, but Korea knows it has a lot to learn from Rio as the 2016 game prepares to kick off. The head of the PyeongChang organizing committee, who's in Brazil, says he will use the information and experience to ensure Korea puts on the best possible show in 2018. Shin Se-min reports from Rio.
While the focus of athletes, reporters, and fans are concentrated on Rio with the 2016 Olympics about to start, there are those looking a step ahead. Recognizing the focus will quickly switch to Korea's alpine town of PyeongChang after the curtain comes down on the Rio Games, the head of the local organizing committee for the 2018 Winter Games is positive everything will be in place on time.
First and foremost, I would like to assure you that our preparations are fully on track. I, together with my team, will work hard for success of the Games in 2018.
Speaking to reporters in Rio, Lee said the PyeongChang organizing team is focused on absorbing everything it takes to put on the best Olympics possible in 2018. Regarding fears of stadiums and other infrastructure becoming so-called white elephants after the Olympics are over, the chief of the PyeongChang organizing committee said they've learned from past examples and facilities will not fall into costly disrepair after the sporting event.
Gangwon province will be developed with the infrastructures, including high-speed railways and also expressways connecting from Incheon Airport to Gangneung, all the way to Gangneung. It takes about 90-some minutes, so it is the huge effect of the Olympic Games.
In the coming days and weeks, the PyeongChang organizing team will also meet with the organizers of the 2020 Tokyo Summer Games and the 2022 Beijing Winter Games. They plan to share their respective know-how to ensure Asia successfully pulls off the next 3 Olympics. With less than 2 years until the world shifts its focus to PyeongChang, the next host city of the Olympics, Korea's Olympic Organizing Committee is confident that the country's first ever Winter Olympics will be just as successful as any other. Shin Se-min, ARIRANG News, Rio de Janeiro.
Korea's two main rival parties are edging closer to electing their next party leaders. The ruling Saenuri Party and the main opposition Minju Party of Korea should have their respective leaderships in place before the end of the month. Our National Assembly correspondent PyeongChang reports.
The 5 candidates fighting it out to be the next chairman of the ruling Saenuri Party will on Friday hold their third round of joint speech sessions. The 11 party members vying for one of the 6 vacant spots on the Supreme Council will also be busy drumming up support at the stadium in Cheonan, South Chungcheongnam-do Province. Among the 5 contenders for the party's top job, 2 have agreed to form an alliance and put forth one candidate based on the result of a public survey. The Saenuri Party is slated to elect its new leadership at its convention next Tuesday. The main opposition Minju Party of Korea held an in-house primary on Friday to whittle down the number of contenders from 4 to 3. The Minju Party will hold its national convention and select its new leader on August 27. The minor opposition People's Party plans to maintain its interim leadership under Park Ji-won until the end of the year. PyeongChang, ARIRANG News.
And that's all from me. Keep it tuned to ARIRANG for more top domestic and global news updates throughout the day. Thank you for watching.